Hello, Alex Monk from Schroders. Can you explain us a bit about the implications for investors about climate change?
So one of the key ways that we need to address climate change is by totally transforming the energy system to make it more sustainable. And we really need to transform the entire energy system, the way we produce, distribute, and consume power. Now, in order to get there by 2050 and to meet our 2-degree climate goals, we need to spend $120 trillion to transform the energy system. We need to decarbonize the energy system, so that's taking electricity produced by fossil fuels, so coal and gas, and changing it to electricity produced by renewables. We need to electrify the energy system. You could have 100% renewables, but the problem is that electricity is only 20% of the energy mix. So we really need to increase the amount of electricity we're using in order to maximize the benefit of renewables. And we also need to make the energy system more efficient. A huge amount of energy is wasted in our current energy infrastructure. And in order to make the energy system better and cleaner and more sustainable, we need to improve efficiency. Now, with that $120 trillion investment spend, that creates amazing opportunities for companies to deploy capital in the space and generate earnings off the back of that capital, which should hopefully translate into shareholder returns.
Many pension funds still invest in fossil companies like Shell, BP, Chevron, etc. Do you think it could be dangerous times for these fossil fuels companies? Maybe they could cease to exist in the long future?
So I think what we choose to focus on in the Energy Transition Fund that I work on is the companies that can really benefit from this transition. And when we think about that, we're typically thinking about renewable energy developers, companies building wind farms and solar farms. We're thinking about the equipment makers who are providing the turbines and the solar panels. In order to have more renewables, you need energy storage because the wind doesn't always blow and the sun doesn't always shine. So energy storage has become a huge investment opportunity for companies. And actually, as we use more electricity and use more electric vehicles, one electric vehicle over the course of a year on average uses as much electricity as a house. So if you can imagine the extra electrical load being put on the system, there's a huge investment opportunity around upgrading and reinforcing the existing electricity grid. So what we try and focus on in the fund is those companies that are positively exposed and actively driving this transition and hopefully generate earnings tailwinds from this as opposed to avoiding earnings headwinds.
Do you find these companies in all sectors?
Yes, so we have a global remit, and one of the most interesting things about the energy transition is actually you're finding opportunities across sectors. You have industrial companies that are producing wind turbines and solar panels. You have utilities who are managing the grid. Similarly, you have more technology and software-focused companies who are being more disruptive and creating that grid and making it more intelligent. So we see opportunities across different financial sectors, across geographies, and across different market caps. And that, again, that's one of the most attractive opportunities for investors.
Okay, Alex Monk, thanks for the interview.
Thanks very much.